I think I'm live. I think I am. Am I live? Am I dark? I think I'm dark too. Like chocolate sounds good right now. She has some dark chocolate. Sounds good. We're going to daytime today. I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers. It has been a slow journey, but I'm getting there. And thank you so much. I'm almost there. I love it. I'm almost there. I have a song almost there too. It's kind of funny. Let's see if I can get some sun. Some light in here. It's like the light is like, oh, so I can't get any light. I closed my windows because it's hot on that side of the house. So I had to close the window. My hair is a little crazy, so I'm not showing it off right now. Someone's in the waiting room. I'll be letting her in a second. I see she's in there. She's been wanting to come on. I thought today, right now, would be a good time to bring this chick on. So we're going to bring her on, kids. Help me welcome fellow ISA award-winning person, Candice Mack. Oh my God. I just watched Anthony Anderson's live.
Right?
I'm like, everybody's getting their awards.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
So, Candice, like, how do you feel? That's your hands.
I'm speechless. And you know me. I don't get speech. I always talk.
You always talk.
It's surreal. It's literally surreal. It's a surreal moment right now.
Anthony Anderson said on his thing, he's won 14.
Yes.
14. And he was going through the years, and there were the Indie Soap Awards, folks. I remember that.
Yep.
And now Anacostia could be now eligible for an Emmy, apparently.
Yep.
So I mean, he's somebody that I say, yes, you're a legend. I think he's a legend.
He really is. And okay, I'm just going to freak out right now. I'm gonna have my moment real quick.
Your moment.
The thing is that a couple of years ago in New York City, when they had the Indie Series Award 4, it was the 4th year that they had it. I actually attended.
Oh, okay.
It was like a birthday gift from Roger and them when they was doing We Love Soaps. Shout out to them. And I got to watch, I got to walk on the red carpet, which was also the blue carpet, and sat in the audience. And I was watching all of, these amazing people who I've watched on, various TV shows and movies and stuff, winning these awards and giving great acceptance speeches. I met Anthony Anderson there. I met so many people that I know now. Yeah. And I never in a million, billion, trillion years ever thought that I would join the Cool Club. So I'm now James, we're part of the Cool Club.
I was like, with my other win.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Awards, they match.
Oh, yeah. It's also my child care teacher award matches with this too. So there you go. But no, it's crazy. It's because I didn't think this was coming today. I literally came home and I saw 3 boxes, 2 for my kids at school. They were Dr. Seuss because reading is fundamental. And then all of a sudden I saw another box and it said Indie, and I was like, okay. And I literally was like, threw my bag and everything. I didn't even shut my door all the way. That tells you something. But I did afterwards. And I was just like, it's here. And I
was there when she set him off. That's why.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm just completely in awe. I really am in awe of this. This is like, yeah.
It's like, the thing is, why bring up Anthony Anderson, our buddy? Is that
yes.
everybody who has gone through this. You and I are just kind of starting out in the award.
Yeah.
We've been doing our stuff for a long
like
time.
we was there for like I know that I don't know about you, James, but I was there kind of the beginning with him, like when Anacostia was just Anacostia before it became Anacostia, and it's like it's amazing again, like to see everybody evolve, and the fact that we evolved too. Like again, who would have thought? Who would have ever thought?
Never. No. So I'm saying that. So again, I go back to Anthony Anderson because you and I have been in this business for a while, but not award winners. Like he's been winning awards.
I'm just gonna keep it here.
Hold it, girl. That's what I did. Keep hold it. ISA award winner, Candice Mack. No, but he'll tell you, I reached out to him because I saw Anacostia years ago. I reached out to him.
Yeah.
I have a show on AfterBuzz TV, Black Hollywood Live.
Yep.
Him, a son of the series.
Pride.
All the series, all of them. I found them on. I was online watching all this stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean before it became like when it was exclusive on YouTube, because all the shows started on YouTube, and we all have evolved, and it is crazy because like you said, Anacostia has 14. I just remember when they got a blip.
Right.
It was just like a little blip, like Anacostia, like and he is definitely somebody to look up to because, like you just said, we all are going through this. I like to call it this awkward phase of okay, we went from here, being reporters, journalists about soaps and talking about the genre and fanning out and interviewing these great people. And now we're a part of, like I just said, the cool club because we now have an award. And this is something that this is a part of our legacy. This is a part of our life. Like you can't take this away. Even if you tried, you're not taking this away. Okay.
Yes, I know. No, I know. But I'm just saying, it just said, like I
when
said,
you work hard, here's my thing. It may take forever and a day. I had to say it. To get to where you need to be. Like, I know everybody wants to rush. Like, okay, I put out this content. I should have over 1 million likes and stuff like that. And I should be winning awards here and there. And everybody should be following me.
Right. Reality
check. No, you got to put the work in. And if you don't put the work in, sometimes your projects become sloppy. And, you're going to get some recognition, but people are going to recognize your hard work. Like your dedication, the tears, and James, you can attest to this. There was times where just wanted to give up because it was just like, what's the point? But you kept, we keep pushing. You can't give up just because it didn't happen the first time or the second time, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th time.
Right.
Because if you do, it's going to suck. If you keep working at it and, getting it better and figuring it all out, when things like this happen, like I said, for all of you guys who follow me, you guys know I talk a lot. I'm like completely speechless because it's like all this dedication and hard work and tears and many times staying up at 3:00 in the morning. It's just, yeah.
So in the chat room, Cherie says, pass the vibe, let me touch it. Cherie, that sounds personal. There you
go. Hold on, touch it. Wait, touch it. Boom. Okay, you feel the power? I know I did.
And she also, thank you, Cherie. She said I was dope and relentless. I am relentless. That is me. No, the thing is, what I marvel at this stuff is this little thing that forever and a day, no matter, now it's on a different network and all that kind of stuff. But
right.
First 2 seasons before that, where we won for the season that it was on my network, I took a chance on someone, and I could have been like, nah, next.
Right.
Chance on someone, and that's what we have to do that more and more.
Yes.
See something in somebody and you have any kind of platform to lift them, that's what you should do.
Exactly. And
I thought of Candice Mack. I said, you should take this chick. She's into soaps. And I just felt like that's, and again, remembering people in your life,
right.
and passing them around too. Like, like those are two things in this business we all, as Black folks, we got to do especially. But for everybody, we have to remember if someone's coming up, so if you can lift them up, then you should. If someone you think could be good for a certain thing, mention their name, bring them in the room.
Yeah.
Those are two things I think this award.
Pay it forward. Yeah, and if you take a look at the ensemble of Forever and a Day, in all honesty, it's people that we all knew. There's people that I went to high school with that's on the show. Like, and that's the crazy thing is that we got people that I went again because and this is before all you guys knew how awesome and talented I was. I mean, just saying. But anyway, but hey, but no, like people who've known me since I was I was talkative back then too. In high school, they're a part of this. They all, and people like Darrell Anthony, and Elizabeth and this girl named Lucretia Lyons, because there's only one, we all just was like, hey, everybody, come on in. Like, as James would say, the water is fine.
One in the water is fine. Yes, Lucretia Lyons, one of my again, I found her 8 years ago on AfterBuzz TV before. So I'm like, it's really weird how we all, Brandon Larkins was on one season.
Yep.
Tony Moore was on. So we did go to our friends. Famous people that are on the show and are on the show now. And for me, it opened the door for me doing other audio dramas. I mean, every day I wouldn't have started any others. I just wouldn't have done them.
And don't you think? I mean, even though there was some audio dramas before,
there's some.
But I would say JLJ Media, Forever and a Day, really put audio dramas on the map.
Oh yeah, I'm not claiming it. I already claimed it.
I'm just going to say because
No, we're claiming it.
We're
claiming it. No, we are claiming it. Like I said, Forever and a Day will always be tied to JLJ Media on some level because there were a few out there. It was mostly audio books. Let's make a distinction. There were audio books, which means that someone's reading a book and doing the voices and all that kind of stuff. That's something totally different. Audible wasn't big yet either. It was starting to come out. It was starting to kind of get there. But we came out during a pandemic.
Nobody was doing anything.
And we had the first. I had a few friends who were doing Zoom plays, things like that. But we had, I believe, I'm sorry, I will challenge it. We have the first audio soap opera. Yeah, I think period.
Period.
And then a few months later, I released Miss Toro, was a big hit.
Yep.
That was another one. And then Claws the series. And then Cooper's Crossing. And
and it kept going and going and going.
So I'm saying, but I think Forever and a Day was definitely the first. And people started looking at me going, what's going on, James? That's a great idea. What are you doing? Then slowly in 2021, I started seeing Broadway.com was doing an audio drama, and at least audio drama, and then it's starting to now. There's a whole bunch out there. There's a whole bunch of them.
Wait, James, not to cut you off, but wait, one more time. The fact that, and if anybody goes onto the Facebook page of the Indie Series Awards, I'm just gonna say that we beat Lisa Kudrow.
We sure did, bitches. That's right. Sorry, bitch. Now, she may have an Emmy in real life, but oh well.
Yeah, well, I mean, she was a part of one of the greatest shows out there, but still,
that story. Let's get that. But there are a lot out there now, and people are finding us. They're coming to me. Our friends at Queers and Soaps have tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the day.
Which I might have an announcement soon about that at some point. So stay tuned.
Really? Me too.
Yeah, I know. It's got crazy. And don't you guys know? Tomorrow starts Pride Month. LGBTQIA+ month, and I have 2 Pride specials coming up. One for my show, Fairview Heights, which has a lead who's gay and a lead who's straight, and that's coming out. But we're doing a second season soon. But I wrote a Pride special. It really means a lot to me. So we record that in a few weeks. And Manchester Avenue, which I have Black folks on in Inglewood, we're doing a Pride special on that too. I'm thinking I might write one for the email. I'm not sure because the email, which Candice Mack is on to join this season, also has a gay and straight lead combo. So I have 3 shows that have that on my network, and the email which is out now, and we have a good
out
time.
Now.
The finale comes out later this week.
Already?
It's already been. It's almost 6 episodes.
Man,
It's
the fun.
And you guys, Candice was a great addition. Great. I also want to do a spin-off episode of her and Christina Sullivan, who we love.
I want to hear the blooper. I heard there was a blooper.
Oh, there's some bloopers. So some bloopers. Yes.
On Patreon. On Patreon.
James Lott Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up to 19 Patreon, so I'm gonna get to 20 folks. So give me 20 folks. I'm up to 19. But no. How
about 21? Okay, I have a little dare for all of the Lotters, like your fan base. Lotties. Okay, Lotties, here's the deal. If you hit 21, if you guys can subscribe, give James 21 by Saturday, James will come on here next week and perform a song of your choice.
Okay, first of all,
you're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm not sure they want to hear that, number one. Number two, what I'll do is I'll debut a song I just finished recording. You get a first hear.
And you'll perform it. And you'll perform it live.
I'll lip sync it, maybe. Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll meet you halfway.
I finished several songs recently. They're good. So, it's on top. Yes, kids.
Gotcha.
But either way, I have patreon.com, James Lott Jr., or buymeacoffee.com, James Lott Jr. Either one of those fine. But the email's good, but I think I might write a Pride episode for that time. I'm not sure. I'll let you know. But but the audio drama thing is growing. This is the first year. The first year is part of the Indie Series Awards. And we were the first.
We were the first.
You were the first.
You can never forget your first.
Just like this, I was the first. So you never get your first. Never get your first, kids. Lip sync for my life, exactly. Never get your first. No, that's the thing. We forever and a day. Well, forever and a day. I'll do it too. Be the first winner of Best of Top.
Yep. And I did get, and I also got my program. So
I'll give my Michael this one. One.
And I just realized who all was like the voters, the panel of judges.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I know that person.
I know that person. I recently did an interview with this person.
I was like, oh, there. Oh,
I was like, hey, okay. I'll be sending you guys gift bags.
And I was like, oh, those are the vouchers. I had no idea.
No, seriously. And for people who are watching this, they're like, okay, this is a big deal. It is a big deal. Like, you guys have, well, James can tell you because of the Capital City Web Award.
Yeah.
Which I was, I'm the Susan Lucci of that.
She's been nominated how many times? 4 times? 5 times?
5.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's okay. It's okay because you know why? Because, we was a part of the first class, nominated.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff like that. And again, I'm going to borrow her phrase. It's always nice to be nominated with, among your peers.
No, it is. And here's the thing about nominations. Because, again, I was nominated against myself last year, and I lost both. To Carla Renato, who I love very much.
Carla!
I talked to her tonight, actually. You didn't win anything, Texas Ranger fan. We won. You didn't win nothing. We won. It's like when the nominations come out, that is exciting. It really
is.
So now I know it's like to lose and to win. I know both. And when I first lost the first time, I won an award for my hosting yet. So, but I won it for my show. But when I lost, I was like, okay, that didn't feel so bad.
Yeah, it didn't hurt.
Plus, I think also, and Candice can maybe attest this also, many of our friends were nominated with us, but also they were all brown people. So it's almost like we're all winners. Somebody wins.
Yeah.
I was like,
it was very simple. I always say that award that night for me, I just saw everybody coming together, there was no egos.
Nope, none.
Because name somebody else who would stand up in heels and clap for pretty much everybody especially if she didn't win. Because I know there was one particular girl who was dressed in red, head to toe, with some Michael Kors shoes, and took them off right after the awards went off. But I mean, everybody was very supportive. Like, you didn't hear the boo, boo, like, why she win? Why they win? Why he win? Why don't? You know, it was really fun because everybody was just. It was new. It was a new award show. It was. It was also a chance. Oh, go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, this is your show.
I made you're my guest on my show. You go ahead.
Like, well, you're the host.
We both like to talk. So I was just gonna say, I got to give an award to my friend Lauren B. Martin.
Yep.
I get to present one to her. I was glad. I knew she was gonna win for some weird reason.
Who's on Forever Today?
Yes.
Look at that. Look at how that comes back around.
Here's so funny. So okay, I got to tell a backstory a little bit because the nominations came out. Ben Bryant, who we love.
Yes.
It also for other stuff, but he also was nominated for lead actor.
Yep. He had 6 nominations.
Yeah, he was like whatever. So he's also on my show, The Adventure of the Tooth Fairy.
Yep.
He plays Nutcracker, and we love it. It's huge for us. I mean, people love his portrayal. He's so good. He's a friend of ours, friend of mine, and also. So when I saw those nominations, I remember I talked to Anthony Anderson. I was like, oh, I had you guys to submit it, and I was like, oh, so like, well, for the ensemble one, I guess I was on the show that one time, and he said because it was on your network, so so in a way your network got 2 nominations. That's how that works.
Yeah,
that's how you go on all the award shows. We claim JLJ Media got 2 Indie Series Award nominations.
Right. Yeah.
You break it down to for this show, and God, I was like, oh, then I got excited. And then wait a minute, I am part of the ensemble. But then when the award was, I remember I got on the because I'd asked you guys what was going on because it wasn't on where it was supposed to be.
Right. It was crazy. Yeah.
And was somebody filming it? I was like, it was a weird angle.
It was some way. So we was there from jump, and they literally had the camera sideways to the point where here's where you supposed to have seen everybody, like the stage and everything, but you really didn't see anybody, just saw the middle. And halfway, like everybody was messaging Roger and Susan, I know I was, and they flipped it so you can see the whole stage. So right when, like maybe 15 minutes after that was our category, and it was, of course, Casey, myself, Matthew, who else was there in the chat? It was a bunch, and we was like, wait, our category's coming up next, because we was looking at, because we actually had a piece of paper to kind of tell us like where everything was going, and they did really follow it. To be honest, they didn't. But it's okay. It's an award show. It's live. Yeah. And then when they said we're here, the guy was like, we're gonna present best ensemble for audio fiction. I was like, oh my God, this is our category. I was like, breathe, everybody breathe. Here forever.
I happen to finally find it.
Yeah.
I hear the end of that sentence you just said. Just know I'm coming in right here in the seat. I go in.
Mm-hmm. And then it was like, and the winner is, can we get a little drum roll? Forever Today. And I heard, here's what Candice heard. And I screamed. I didn't even hear the forever part. I just heard the, and I'm like, no other show got the F sound. I said so for Forever Today. And literally, like Matt, Casey, and me, we all was zooming too. And Casey, like anybody who knows Casey Hutchinson knows his mom came in. Matt was like, I screamed. My neighbor had to come over thinking something happened. I had to tell them, explain. Oh, I just won. They was like, oh, okay, good night. Because it was like it was after 11 on the East Coast. Yeah. So then I'm like, what in the world just happened? Like,
so meanwhile, while she's screaming, I'm sitting there going, did they just say? And I see Lucretia, Elizabeth. Did February just win a major award? And I remember I texted. I think I messaged Candice. I go, did we just win?
Yeah, I was like, wait. And I was like, wait, hold up. I was like, okay. I went on Twitter. I went on Facebook. I was like, oh my God, Forever Today just won. And then I was like, okay, Casey, his mom, logged off. Matt had to go to sleep. I'm like wired. I'm like, okay, call James. Like, they just called James. And we had just finished Phoebe Snowflake. I think we just finished that.
Yeah, because remember we were talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking because I was like,
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah, no, yeah, because that was the thing. So she was threatening to wear this big gown to our recording, but you didn't. But I was like,
I didn't. I wore my makeup though.
that's what we did that earlier in the evening. That's right. And
yeah.
yeah. So that was, and it was so funny. So we talked, and then we're talking. Anthony said, so people start congratulating me, and I'm like, well, should it be congratulating me? I'm not sure. Is it me? And then Anthony says, girl, and I was like, weren't you on that last season finale? I go, yeah. He goes, well, then literally, you are part of the
ensemble. You're part of the ensemble.
Anybody who's ensemble is eligible. So I tell Tammy Faye, I go, you were on it. Tony Moore, I think you were in it.
Yeah, I talked to Tony. Yep. I was like,
ISA award winners. And they said, but he goes, James, you should also, for you, because it was on your network, you should get a trophy because of your network also. So there's two reasons why you should get it. Because James, I always get all the ones I'm supposed to get. And so I follow what Anthony Anderson says. And then Susan said to me, she goes, do you want one? Are you wanting to get, like, I guess so. But I mean, people in the industry were totally like, congratulations to you guys, to James, and oh my goodness, and Candice. It was like, it's weird because I've been in this business for 15 years. I don't win awards. I happened to win one a few years ago. Thank you, Jesus. But like, this award is a step in a direction that can go to like Emmys.
Yep.
Other big ones that are coming out, because audio dramas, podcasting is one thing, web shows are another, but audio dramas, I mean, they're recognizing that we're doing work worthy of notice. And I think that's what's got me so kind of almost verklempt sometimes. I'm like, that's the point, is that they're recognizing that the Emmys are considering it also.
Right. Whew,
that's my high sources. I'm like, I could be up for an Emmy for an audio drama. That would be amazing. I mean,
we all know how I feel about that. I already told everybody. If they say that audio, if they was to say Forever and a Day, outstanding drama, the audio drama for a daytime Emmy, I'm letting everybody know now on this show. First, if the nominations come out, I'm passing out. 2, if by the grace of the good Lord that I go, I'm going to pass out because I'm going to be meeting a lot of people, a la somebody James interviewed named Peter Bergman, which by the way, you can take a look on JLJ Media, his interview with Peter Bergman. Thank you. Peter. Yeah, thank you.
Everything I needed him to be. He was everything. He was everything.
He was everything. He was everything you hoped for.
He was everything I was hoping for. He was so, you guys should watch it. He was so generous to me. He was so excited. We went every direction. He went wherever I went. I'm like, didn't you make money off that doctor commercial? We went to everything. We did everything. And I had 30 minutes. I had to get in there.
You did that. You broke everything down.
I wanted to get all my children in, a piece of that. I wanted to
Johnny Rossler's about his pop culture and
but I said I didn't want to talk about him and Nina, Cliff and Nina. I said, screw that. I want to talk about him and Angie. I got a chance to talk about that. I was so happy to talk about that. And then I'm not adopted, but I played on TV. I got both those things. He gave me 2 good stories about that.
I just like to point out real quick, thanks to Peter Bergman, I won $20 because of that. Because somebody said, who came up with this phrase? I was like, and the lady was like, oh, you probably don't know this one. This was probably before you was even born. I was like,
well, it was.
I was like, who is Peter Bergman? They was like, yes. I was like, thank you.
Hello, George Blackman. Hello, Kenny Clark. I'm trying to get names.
Hey.
Janaea, Texas Ranger fan, Cherie, Daisy Flower 40. Thank you guys. They say congratulations to us. They call us daytime legends. I will.
Nobody's ever called me a legend before. I'll take it.
I get enough time now, so I'll take
excuse me.
I should say no. I'd say not.
Not James. Oh no, not James. No.
Legend,
I mean, I've been called an icon. I'm a role model. Yes. But I've never been called. I'll take it.
I'll take all the names.
I'll take it.
You're the bad
one. I've hit. I got a lot of those though. I'm cool with that.
But this is a step in the right direction. Oh, these are programs, you guys. There was a program, and this is the backup. These are programs.
And here's all the nominations, the nominees. That's funny that me and you turned in on the same page.
No. My message from Sean Kanan was, welcome to the club. It's like he has his
right. And wait, can we give a round of applause for these 2 women
Well, you know, I
I
love them
mean,
both. Patrica's my friend, so
yeah, Patrica and Anne Marie. And let me tell you something. Like I said, they have been a part of my life for a very long time. I mean, Amen, the Wayne's Brothers, and other shows. This
yes,
one will always be my principal from Growing Pains, Step by Step, and all those shows.
and all that. Okay, so there's a question for you, Candice Mack,
Okay.
in the chat. Remember, there's a chat, Candice. Okay, Drew King says, "How long have you known James?"
I've known James since I was 7 years old.
That's not true, folks.
No, how long have I known
Seems
you?
that way, but
Let me say, I've known me. Obviously, after Buzz.
you found me Bold and Beautiful, right?
Yeah, I found you a Bold and Beautiful, and
you didn't find me on General Hospital or Day?
no, it was Bold and Beautiful because obviously, I mean, I did watch Days. So keep in mind, I also was doing Soul Party at this time, so I was kind of like playing my time here. So yeah, I found you a Bold and Beautiful. Yeah.
Bold Breakdown. Yeah,
Yup, Bold Breakdown. Because I still remember when you and Lindsay Godfrey was dancing like, like this music, girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still remember that.
I love my Lindsay. Yeah, she came out. So I did. So that's about 6 years ago, folks. Almost.
Yeah.
7.
Yep.
Yeah, almost 7. So that was like
almost 7. Yeah. Again, when I was 7 years old. I'm only 14.
Yes, that's how she found me. I used to read we used to have a chat there too. So we'd read the chat. Yeah. So folks, I will give you a little something, another little thing I'm going to take credit for. Myself, Tony Moore Jr., Mark J. Freeman, Lucretia Lyon, Brand, Ladine Harvey, and AfterBuzz TV. We created this format. We created the video plus chat role format. We trained a lot of people how to get on YouTube, my mother included, how to get on YouTube to watch our shows live. And we trained people how to get in the chat and talk with us. And something that's what we did. And then also, the same thing, we used to have phone calling back then because it was an actual studio. These are studios.
Yeah, I may have called once, twice.
Yes, yes.
Maybe may co-hosted one time.
Yes. So that's the thing. So we had a technology, but we were the ones. No one else was doing it at the time.
Yeah.
Now it's much more common, but about 10, 15 years ago, AfterBuzz TV started, and now AfterBuzz TV started the after show format too. There were people like you guys talking online. Mm-hmm. Video format is something live is something totally different. Another question for you, Candice. Is,
all right.
This was know all the details, the gory details apparently. When did you become offline friends?
I think we became offline friends when I tracked you down. No, I'm joking. No, I stalked him. No, I think let's see. I just think we just started talking
after that.
Like on social media, and then I reached out to him because I wanted him on Soul Party, and we just everybody knew him. Obviously he was Soap, part of Soap Royalty, but we also knew of him when he organizing shows and all this. So we knew James. I mean, come on now.
Well, he was very active on social media, like I am now. Yeah. I'm always very active and promoting. I promote everything. I'm a whore. I promote everything on there. Now, Candice a whore. There's you promoting stuff too all the time. But I promote all the time. I've been like this.
Why you gonna say that? I'm not. I'm a PR person.
Yes. Well, I was also that person too. So I was always promoting and I always talk to the fans. I always talk to them. I've always been always a lot of friends like that.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is that we all share the same passion. Yep. And then when we find out that we have, other things in common, I think that's how we became friends. We're just like, okay, we're hard workers.
Yeah.
In case y'all didn't notice, we're hard workers.
It was a collaboration. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Not really a collaboration, we became friends. Media, and then I met her. I met her when I won this award. She was in DC. We met. And then that's it.
And then I became like his little sister that he wants to give back.
Yeah, always. I got all these brothers and sisters I want to give back. I got enough of my family. I got all these adopted ones running around. I said Candice is one of the nicest people on the earth, and so you can't.
No, that's not what you said. Say exactly what you said. I am the kumbaya.
Oh yeah, she's the kumbaya of the soap world. It makes me want to throw up. but she's the nicest people. And so wonderful to talk to you. Like seriously, everybody loves Candice. Yeah, someone actually wrote something about you and I a second ago on Twitter. Max Updates GH was like,
yeah,
me and you.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I thought it was kind of
I love them.
Yeah, Sarah Tomlin and the kids.
Yes.
But that's and a lot of people I talk to, I've become kind of friends with because we're just like it was
some of you guys in the chat I became friends with, like off the soap, stuff like that. We got a lot of common, and I think
we're in the business together too. She does a show, I do a show. I've been on her show. She's been on obviously my stuff.
I've been,
Yes, but I, because I'm shady, because everybody knows I'm shady, and this is what I do.
Yeah.
To me, Candice is the sanest of her co-hosts. That's why I can handle Candice.
I love
I got into a fight with one of her co-hosts recently.
I love all of you guys. I love all you guys. I'm not in this.
Shady, I don't give a fuck. So
I knew this was going to come up if I eventually got on here.
Yes.
I mean, look, everybody has opinions, strong opinions. I just allow you guys to talk about it, to get out. But if y'all get into an argument or disrespect, I'm cutting y'all off, and y'all know that. and for those who've been in my Twitter space and have seen me do that, all of you guys, when you guys got out of hand, and then I deleted the tweet, the space.
I've only done one Twitter Spaces ever, and that was Candice's.
And I was surprised, you guys.
Yeah, came in just to hear me. They came in just to hear me because I was talking to another soap person the other day who has their own podcast, and they were talking about my style, and we were laughing because I was like, and I think they were being complimentary, maybe not. I'm not sure, but I don't apologize for my style. I don't apologize for what I say, how I do.
Yeah,
there's something for everybody. If you don't like my stuff, go to somebody else. You don't like their stuff, go to somebody else. There's enough folks talking soaps out there. Trust me.
It is. It really is. The good, bad, and in between. Everybody has something to say, and
you can find your tribe. You can find your tribe.
You can find your
tribe. So I'm like, for me, I tell the truth, shame the devil. I say what I feel. I'm loud. I get it out there. I don't cut corners. I'm older than most people in this business. I don't care. I just say how it is. I just feel strongly about certain things. But the one thing that I can say is that I don't disrespect to the point where, maybe 3 people. That's why I don't talk about those 3 people. Yeah.
And coincidentally, they're all from ABC.
That's so funny. Yeah,
I just thought about that.
Well, mine aren't all from
ABC. Well, we all know who your number 1 and number 2 is.
Yeah, they already. Yes, everybody knows.
Yeah, we know that. But yeah, I don't think. Well, I think maybe some people in your chat knows who I'm talking about that I don't talk about at all that much. Just remember, I'll give y'all guys a hint. He's no longer on a soap. He was on One Life to Live, and he played a popular character that was a part of the Brothers. And the other one was a recast on General Hospital mid 2000.
She's all basically naming it, but not naming it. You go, girl.
Who also was on Guiding Light after the Emmy Award winner left his role. Which you can find his interview recently came out on JLJ Media.
I love it. Mine are Deidre Hall, Robin Strong. I don't mince words. Michael Fairman. I don't mince words. I don't mince words. She's going all around it, on sideways, every clue on earth besides telling you what it is. She's like literally leading you to the water, but you
right there.
It's right there. I know what it is because I get from all those clues. I know exactly what it is. But I won't say it because that's her thing. But I say it. I don't care. I say it. They ain't paying my bills.
The one person I like his wife, but I don't like him.
There's one person I don't dislike. I don't dislike him in person. I've met him in person. I don't dislike him in person. I just disliked his acting, and that was Wes Ramsey on General Hospital. He was fine on Guiding Light. He was fine on Charmed.
Yeah.
I thought his acting was atrocious on General Hospital. So I want Candice to say, she won't say anything. I can't get her to say anything. She won't say it. I'll say it. I'm so glad.
I'm agreeing with you because here's the thing. And again, I will say this. I feel as though, I feel as though with Wes, the thing is, I also got to blame the writing. I have to blame the right because I don't think they had any direction of where they were taking that character. Let's be real for a second. I mean, yes, his acting was. I get it. Trust me.
No, because here's the thing about writing. You know, there's some actors on that show, they get horrible writing.
They can turn it into gold.
Exactly. What's his name? James Patrick Stewart, no matter what he gets, he spins it into gold.
I mean, take a look at Rebecca Herbst. Take a look at Rebecca Herbst right now.
Exactly. So yeah,
ride the bus. Yeah, some people can do that, but like you just said, like God and Light, Venice, Charm, and some other things, we know Wes can do something. But with this, again, like I said, first and foremost, the character was not. For those who don't know, I'll say it. His character was not supposed to be on no longer than 6 months because it's funny. I found the soap opera digest. They had Carla Mosley on the cover when Carla Mosley was coming over to Bold and Beautiful. Yup, I keep my stuff. And in there it says comings and goings. And right there in the little blip on page 4, it says Wes Ramsey, and it didn't have a character's name. But they said his character is going to interact with Lulu and with Maxie. But it wasn't going to be a long-term stint.
We know
4 or 5 years later, they try to do everything in their power to make this character relevant. And I'm sorry, but it didn't work. It didn't. I didn't shed no tears when he died. He died the day before my birthday. Thank you, General Hospital.
My thing is, some roles aren't for everybody.
No, and some roles are meant to be forever.
I won't blame the writing so much because someone else could have done maybe a better job in that role. Or you just don't know.
Okay, go ahead. I was going to say, because there's two characters right now.
Like, for example, I loved Lindsay Hartley's Sam. It wasn't writing. It wasn't any different writing. Sam and Michael just looked bored. It wasn't any different writing. Once she was on leave and Lindsay, she injected so much life.
Oh, I definitely agree because at first and I would say this, when it's the same old, or even if you got a, way out of the same old, right, you can tell the difference. And for me, and I'll say it, when Kelly Monaco was with Jason Thompson and when she was outside of the J Sam stuff, right, to me, they was giving her a lot more and she actually enjoyed playing it. Once Steve Burton came back, and I'll say, and y'all know how I felt about this, I just felt as though it was like, oh, poor baby. I was just like, poor baby. Like, you had something, and you could tell that they kind of tapped out. They both did.
But Billy Miller also towards the end looked like he could.
I would have been, if I was Billy Miller, I would have been like this. You know what? Bye. But then, you created this role for him, and it's like, okay, what can he do after you kind of pull the rug from under him?
I was saying, so sometimes writing can be atrocious.
Yeah,
that's correct. But I think sometimes acting can be atrocious, and I think I just think some people.
It's a choice.
I think it's just that some people, they're really good at playing certain roles and others aren't. Like I saw the Viola Davis portrayal of Michelle Obama on First Ladies. I wanted to cry. Thank you. I wanted to cry at how bad.
Rumors. See, rumors.
No, Viola Davis said.
No, there's a reason I said it like that.
I know what I'm saying. She said herself out of her mouth. She said, "I guess everybody can't do a perfect job every time." And I was like, girl, that's beyond but not perfect job. I'm like,
and I like let me get and when I saw that, I loved it, but when I saw it, I was like, oh honey.
Exactly.
I was like, this was a choice.
It was a choice.
It was a choice.
I knew she was trying. I knew what she was trying to do. I knew what she was trying to do.
Right. I saw the agenda. I saw what the assignment was. It was just
didn't work.
No.
And I'm shocked because she's good in everything. But she's right. Everybody's not good in everything.
No,
I've had bad interviews. I've had bad TV shows. I've had weak moments. I mean, nobody's perfect every single time out. So as I call people out on certain things, I call myself out too. All the things I call
I know that I'm not perfect. I already know that, but I'm having fun. But I'm having fun and I'm having an experience.
Right.
Like, I think that's the thing, is that you can, again, you can have fun and make mistakes and laugh at yourself, and you grow from it. Been doing Soap Party for 9 years. In about 14 days. Yeah. June 14th is our anniversary. And there's been some good interviews and some bad interviews, but it was an experience. Same thing with everything I'm, did with JLJ Media, from, the original Daytime Today to the email to, obviously Forever and a Day. Like, it's an experience. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but, I'm growing.
Yeah. I think
growing with an award.
An award, go to an award. Get an award, girl. Do it again. That's right.
I'm going to Disney World if somebody can pay for it.
But that's the thing. And so, I call things out. I see them. We talk about, because also I know things going on behind the scenes you guys don't know about sometimes. Some of you know some of them, some of you don't know what's going on. And it's wilder than you think sometimes. And in some cases, it's not wild at all. You think it's wild. I mean, because right now, that Michael Blake Krause stuff,
woo, child.
He's still tweeting like normal. He's tweeting like normal now. He's like, I'm back to normal.
The FBI, I said it this weekend. I said the FBI of soap Twitter. I swear. Like, seriously, like, this reminded me of Robert Scott Wilson when somebody pulled out his DUI from like 10 years ago. And I'm like, who has the time?
You have a lot of time. You have a lot of time, trust me.
Because if y'all can find, here's the thing. If y'all can go on my Twitter account and find what I said 10 years ago about something, please tell me, because I think I keep everything. I think I'm the same. I want
to make that clear. He says, like, well, we all have dumb shit, or we say racist. No, not everybody has racist.
Not everybody.
I don't have racist, homophobic shit on my page. You go back as far right. You go back to the beginning of time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, here's my thing, because I saw everybody. I was just like you, James. I didn't know what was going on until I came and unmuted certain things, because I was in my bubble because of what happened, sadly, in Texas and everything. So I was just kind of like, all right, for the first time, I'm just gonna block stuff out. And then all of a sudden, I see, did you hear what Rory said? And everything. And I saw your thing, and then I saw other people talking about it. I was like, okay. And I read his apology, and I was like, that's a choice. I said, because it's either you're doing this because it's coming from the heart, or your PR person said, hey, look, it's the holiday weekend. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Okay. Do I agree with people tweet stuff out? Young people? No, I don't, because it's young and old who tweet stuff out. Some crazy stuff at that. Again, here's the thing. Nothing is ever deleted in social media. You can claim that it's deleted, but guess what? Somebody has the screenshot, so they're just waiting for the right moment. And there's also haters out there, because you are becoming popular on a soap opera that is known for, I'm just going to say, General Hospital fans, y'all know I love y'all, but y'all know I call you out sometimes. Y'all take it a little too far with this. I know some of y'all don't mean to, because it's 3 levels of fandoms. It's the normal fans, it's the secondary fans, and then there's the fans that needs to really take.
I want to clarify how I feel, and that is
there's the fanatics,
and
fans.
That's it.
Right.
I agree. It's just 2. We want crazy talk, or they're cuckoo crazy, or there's regular folks like us. Now I'm gonna tell you something.
Well, that's why I said that's the 3 levels. No, because you got the normal fans who understand that this is a soap opera.
It's only 2.
Right.
Crazy.
But no, you got the 50-50s, right? And then when I say the cray, I'm talking about the Kelly. Look, back in the day, I'll say it. Back in the day, there was the J-Sam fans and the Dream fans. The Dreams, which was Drew, and the Killing fans. I'm sorry, Kelly and Billy fans. Well, y'all remember, y'all was there on Twitter. And went to a Billy and Kelly Monaco's event in New York City, and they were raising money and stuff like that. And on Twitter, when I tell you the OG fans of J-Sam attacked Kelly Monaco, and when I say attack, they was like claiming that she was taking money, from the event and using it to buy her stuff. They called her mama out on her health stuff. It was vicious attacks left and right. People were starting to also, when it was the DNA results about Jason and Drew, and people was tweeting Kelly saying, "Oh, you need to be fired," and da 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 da. How could you allow this to happen? And then some people attacked Kimberly McCullough, who had just had a baby, who plays Robin, and it was the fires in LA. I hope your house burns down because you shouldn't have revealed that Jason was really Jason. You just ruined it. And I'm like,
well, hope that okay, all that's whatever. The whole point is you just proved my point. There are crazy people and then there are normal people.
Yeah.
I don't see 50-50. I see they go from either from regular to crazy. And I'm telling you something, because I've gotten death threats for some things I've said. Trust me over the years. And I'm not even on the goddamn show. I'm just a person who talks on the show. Here's the thing. And then the tech, well, Laura Wright, so straight. But okay, but there's a lot. My whole thing is I love the fans. The fans get my nerves. I do both. And I think the fans feel entitled. And here's the thing. I give Michael Krause credit for admitting he did it. He didn't hide it or fight. He's like, yeah, I did those tweets for me. So I was like, good. At least he's like giving us that foundation.
Right.
To me. The dumb thing, yeah, it was dumb shit you did 10 years ago. Yeah, and a couple of years ago also.
Yeah, last year.
So there's that too. But see, part of it's not his fault. You want to hear why I say that? Because Homeboy comes on screen, no lines, in a suit, and people on Twitter were licking his ass. They were just like, "Who's that?" I mean, yes, he's a good-looking guy, but they were licking his ass. Every gay person I knew that was and so much was like, "Oh my God, Rory!" And then every Serena fan was like, "Rory, Serena." I'm like, he just came on and said nothing yet. We didn't even know back then he was for her yet.
Right.
Basically, I got attacked for just asking the question, is he too old for her? Because in real life, he's in his 30s. The actress at the time was like 19 years old. So I was like, I wouldn't want my 19-year-old daughter growing with a 30-year-old man. I just wouldn't. So I got attacked for that. I feel like I got attacked because he's good looking. If people find someone good looking, they'll excuse everything. You know that. They'll excuse it.
Wait, they got on you because of how old the age?
Oh yeah, exactly.
No.
You go on my
wait. Does people know? Wait, does people watch soaps? Because I know that like Daniel Goddard and Crystal Khalil, they like had a couple of. That was a big 10.
Well, yeah, they big. So my thing was, I said I'm invested in this Trina chick, and I said was, I like that Spencer's close to her age. Why couldn't he find someone else maybe closer to her age and have a young triangle like that?
Right.
Yes, he looks young and all that stuff, but they were it was a whole long thing. But anyway, so obviously, but see, everybody was up his ass and thinking he's hot stuff. And then suddenly this comes out. Wow, the fans are like, fuck him. See, I'm not a cancel culture person.
Right.
I'm more of a consequence culture person.
Right. Consequences. Yeah.
I'm very much like Sunny Hostin on View, or I kind of like that she's Afro-Latina like me. I like that it's, if you put something out there, there could be consequences. Not saying cancel, but people could say, well, I don't like that.
Well, that's why I don't put people on pedestals.
Right. I said, and that was my other thing. I kept saying we have to be careful of always doing this, making someone bigger than they are, or they're just human like the rest of us. And trust me, kids, I know a lot of the actors who are Republican folks. They're not liberals. They just don't say nothing. They keep quiet
because they know if they do say something, you guys are going to be like, not today. Nope, not today, Satan. I mean, here's the thing. And I did see somebody saying, okay, if this was, and I'm just going to say his name, Steve Burton, how would everybody feel about Steve Burton? Exactly. And the thing is that technically, for some of those who remember, he did say something at an event. He never apologized for it, but people still was like, it's Steve Burton. And then with this whole vaccine thing came up, it was very interesting how everybody kind of reacted to that. Yes. It's like, okay, you guys do realize that yes, he's been in our lives for over 20 years. That is true. He is Jason Morgan, even though he did great work as Dylan on Young and the Restless, and he won an Emmy for that. But I know he won an Emmy for General Hospital too, before anybody come at me. But the thing is that at the end of the day, General Hospital is a job. And he goes home to his, he goes home.
Well, when I was going home to whoever he's going home to now at this point, that's no story. He's going home to something.
I just said that's why I stopped myself. I was like,
you don't know where he's going. I
don't know where, but you know, like God be the glory. Amen.
Yeah. So people like Ingo Rademacher, who kept running his mouth. I see why people don't like him. People hate Nancy Ron. I love her, and so I actually agree with a lot of things she says. I don't love.
Yeah, I think because you know why? Because her, and I also put Eric Braeden in the same boat. They're very opinionated. They're very strong-minded, and it's like, okay, let's have a debate, but make sure you actually make some sense when you do the debates. And I think a lot of people are not. It's weird how society has changed, because I want people to be opinionated as long as you're respectful. If we can have a discussion, we may not agree on certain things, and that's fine. I don't want you to agree. Like, look, we all know James and me are legends. Like, we're not going to disagree with that. But some people may not think that, and that's fine. That's okay. I mean,
I got haters.
We're just award winners. I'm just saying. But there's, but like I said, as long as you, like, again with the election, recently I had a lot of friends who was on the other side, and we talked about it. We didn't get into like, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. We was respectful. We talked about it, but you can't do that. And with the soap genre, it's interesting because there's a lot of people. I mean, Kimberly Brown.
I know.
We love her as Sheila Carter. Love her. But y'all know she reps for that side. And it's like, well, shouldn't we turn our nose up? But she doesn't. I mean, yeah, she plastered it during the election, but she's not plastering it like Ingo.
I know her personally, so no, she's very sweet.
She's very, she still scares me though.
She's a very nice person.
She's nice, but okay, can I plug this real quick? Just go and Bo Live and watch what she did. She scared me.
I saw her a month ago.
Yeah.
No, she's nice. But no, the thing is that fans want it both ways. They don't want to know what's going on with their stars and let them be. I want to see them just be the glory. But then they also want to know what's going on. So if something comes out, that it's like, so you can't have both ways. You just can't.
Right. And for the soap actors, it's also kind of a tough call because they want to share so much with you guys. But at the same time, if they share so much, you may judge. Like, even if it's a relationship, people are going to be like this. That girl is too much TNA.
Right.
I'm doing it just like some of you guys wrote it too. Oh, that girl is TNA. What he doing with that fake Barbie doll?
Right.
I ain't gonna say who I was talking about just now. Yeah, but some of you guys already know that.
Yes, but Steve Burton got a job on Beyond Salem. So he kept his job, he kept his mouth shut.
And people was talking about that. It was like, okay, wait a minute. So he can't keep he left his job at General Hospital and went over to Beyond Salem. I'm going to tell you this now. Disney is mandated. Sony is not.
Right.
So, but then again, there's that whole thing. It's like, okay, so why couldn't he just take the needle if he really wanted his job, if he wanted to keep his job at General Hospital? So General Hospital would be such a colossal mess that it is now because Jason's not there. That's what people say. I don't know.
But he chose not to. So
right. And I always say that, to me, and this is just my opinion, I always think there's more to the story than what we already know. Because even though the vaccine was the big story, sometimes I wonder, like, was there something else?
We don't know.
We don't know until the tell-all, or when there is an interview.
I know a few things. I don't know everything. I know a few things. I have friends on the show. And I hear them go, "Oh, that's what's going on." So I
do know one thing: they can't show video on set anymore.
Oh yeah, right. But I know certain things, and I know why Russ Rams was there longer than he needed to be. So that's another story, also. which happens in Hollywood. It
Because
does. It
he's
happens in
such a
Hollywood.
great actor. He's a great actor,
Right.
James.
Yeah. Daisy Flowers 40. Yes, Steve kept quiet, but Eagle couldn't shut up, and that's why
Yeah,
Steve's job.
yeah. Because
So
see, some people know not to talk so they
right,
don't burn bridges. If
exactly.
you keep talking, because look, I will say it. I remember when Ingo Rockermacher put when the pandemic, he was selling his mask for $20. And then all of a sudden, I guess that didn't work. So now you get all that. And yeah, I had a problem with him beforehand.
Yeah, he was. It was somebody who was kind of.
Ego.
But in any case, I think this Michael Bryan, this Rory stuff, it's very interesting because I've seen people say to him on Twitter, "I can't watch your scenes anymore." Blah blah. So I'm
I
curious.
did see. I did see that. They like now when they watch Rory and Trina, they're not feeling the same way they felt last week, and I'm just like, wow. I was
So
like, that's.
I'm curious. I'm
But do you feel now? Let me ask a question, James.
yes.
I'm okay. I'm a fan here. Do you feel as though the show, the PR people at General Hospital, as well as Frank Valentini, do you think they are going to kind of get into this with him, like talk to him? Is there going to be a consequence? Do you think?
That's a good question. I don't know what they're going to do with it because it seems to me like they don't care. They
Mm-hmm,
never get involved,
mm-hmm,
and they never get involved. It seems like their people run. They just run rampant,
yeah,
and they allow and they because it's a weird slope, right?
right,
It's your page. I would say my pages are not democracy; they're dictatorship. So
right.
wherever I write, whatever I do, then I can say whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's trying to spam me in here. Let me see. You'll get this spam out of here. Reports.
Because I have a follow-up question after this.
Yes. I just think that they are not. Give it this person. Okay, good. Okay. Let me refresh the chat. I think it's got rid of all those crazy messages. They're still there, kind of there. Okay. But no. So my thing is, I don't think they are going to say anything or anything. I mean, I just don't think they will.
Now, my follow-up question, I feel like I'm NBC News or something. My follow-up question is, do you think that like Sony, Disney, and even Bell Productions for like the future or even should take a look, just like regular jobs, how people do background checks? Do you think before they get hired on these soaps that they should do background checks on their social media? Or do you think the actors should clean their social media up before they get hired?
Well, that's actually both those questions are good questions. You should be a
Thank
host.
you. Okay, thank you. I was told to do that one time.
Yeah, I always tell the flub all the time. No, so I think so to me those are two separate questions. One is yes, if you feel you got some, well, like we just said earlier, nothing's ever really gone. But
Right.
if you have some stuff that's here's the part. I said this on the show the other day. You do acting, you do these shows, you never know if you'll become popular or not. You just never know. You just never know. I mean, we're all one show of being popular. You can do a show be in a business for 30 years, nobody knows who you are. So you think, well, nobody's going to care about my social media because I'm not really big. But here's the other thing. There's a possibility you can become big. So you probably should look at your social media and go, okay, that's not good. That's not good. Either get on top of it ahead of time or I mean, I don't know. I was trying to scrub it. I mean, it's not easy, but it's like so people. I know some companies do this already in the corporate world where they do
Right.
Social media. I always felt violated about that. I feel like it's none of your goddamn business. I mean, but I get that you're representing them also.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like either you got 2 pages, a private page and a public page. Your private page, whatever it's your people, or your public page should be neutral.
Right.
That's how I feel about that. And so that I just think that your private page, you post whatever you want, killing deer or whatever, that you do all that stuff. But public page, anybody has access to, should be cleaner.
Okay.
But I'm not for people going through my social media. Who cares about my social? I mean, you can look at anything and go, he supports Black Lives Matter. So
Right.
it's just, oh, Anthony Anderson. I just wrote, "You're a legend, so happy to be in your orbit." He wrote, "I love you, my brother. It's my honor to know you."
Aww.
That's cute. But that's the thing. It's like it's my it's my business. It's my business. It's not for you to write. But it's tough because you're representing a company and it's all public. So I think it's a tough call. I think, but when it comes to yourself, you should always look at what you're doing. But see, my whole thing is, if you wrote it, you believe it.
True.
So then, what are you scrubbing? Because literally, for me in my past, you might find me partying a lot. Like about 15 years ago, I was just partying a lot. I know making shots, but it was like very much like we were lots of drinks and drinking. And so you can go, look at, he was a drunkard back in the day. Blah, blah. Yeah, I was. I was drinking. I supplied all the clubs, their mortgages and house payments up and down Santa Monica Boulevard for years. Because I was drinking every night, had a good old time. I know I did. New York City, I was in the West Village. I support all those clubs too. Chicago, same thing. San Francisco,
right?
Yes, I was a drinker. Yes, I've done drugs in the past. I drank in the past. I inhaled everything. I inhaled. Yes.
No. Stalking.
And see, and the thing, Candice, about that is a lot of times if you get on top of it, I'm the Madonna approach. Madonna was always like, "Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that." Like it's almost like,
yeah, own it, own your truth.
Like Lisa Rinna says on her show, own it.
Yeah, own it.
And that's kind of what you need to do. Is you own it. Like I said, he did own it. Michael Krause did own it. He said, "I did say those things." Yeah, he said he changed. My thing for him would be, come on JLJ Media, which I invited him to. Come on JLJ Media, and let's talk about if you changed. I want to hear how you changed. Did you read books? Did you attend seminars? Did you, what did you do that made you go from point? Because I know people who have gone from point A to point B.
Oh yeah.
Oh easily. Oh, it's changed.
And that's why. But I think, like I said, like to me, I'm just like, okay. It's like I really do believe. I hope and pray. I was going to say, so Jesus. I almost went there with that.
Jesus.
That he has changed, but it's just, to me, I'm just like, are you saying it just because you got caught and you're popular now, or do you really mean it from your heart and your soul?
Jamel from New York is on. He's on. The first thing he says is, "Say what? Not cocaine." Yeah, I've done coke. It was the 80s. I did coke. I'll tell you, his little coke story. It was a coke story. So I was the mid 80s. I was on a Sunset Strip with my family. We used to go out to clubs and watch shows. And I was very much about the shows. I mean, I was seeing people like Motley Crue, Van Halen, Rat. I was doing the whole hair metal scene. And I remember I walked into the Whiskey A Go-Go. It was back in the mid 80s. And there was and backstage in one of the green rooms, there was a mound of white powder. And I was like, "What's that?" And my brother's like, well, he said a word I can't say on TV. Like, I won't say on here. It's coke. And I was like, I always thought the movies like Scarface back then. This is the mid 80s. I'm like, that's crazy. And they were like, "Oh, just put your face in it or take a taste or whatever." And that was the weirdest. It was the craziest thing. So I had to take a scoop and tried it and went about my business. That was the mid 80s. I mean, everybody was doing it. I mean, it was recreational. I'm not a big druggie. I was never my whole adult life. I don't do drugs now. I do edibles. But
it was an experience.
It was an experience, and I just, for me, I didn't like the way I felt. I'm already a hyper. I'm hyper now. I was hyper even back then at teenager. I was bouncy James back then, skinny and young, and my high top fade and all that stuff. But anyway, I completely tried things. I tried a lot of stuff over the years. I tried ecstasy. I tried all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
But I didn't get hooked because it was not my thing. There were all racial situations. I like to drink. I'm not a person.
Was it more so like peer pressure, like, or you just wanted the experience? You just wanted the experience.
It was the times, because all my friends will tell you. I have longtime friends who know me 30, 40 years will tell you can't tell James Lott Jr. to do anything. James Lott Jr. don't do nothing you don't want to do.
That is true.
It's very.
I'm just gonna become Taylor Hayes right now and just write all this stuff So we went through the A to Z's of drugs with James Lott Jr. Only on this. How come on this episode in particular we just gone through this? Like, what's? I just.
But my whole thing is, that's our thing.
Own your mistakes, own your imperfections, own experience, but because to me in this situation, I mean, like you just said, this was a guy who did not have any lines. He was cute, and then he got thrust into a very, popular storyline, with a, popular couple that has not hooked up yet. Hasn't hooked up yet. I mean, there's potential, but of course, everybody has wanted Trina to have somebody to get Spencer to be jealous, and here comes Rory. And even though, and I'm sorry, y'all, before all this happened, I was like, I hope Rory does not have any dirt on him. Little did I know, it wasn't the character.
It sure wasn't the character. It wasn't. It was totally
right. So that's why I'm like, to me, it's like, okay, are you trying to save face because you're involved in popular, or like I said, or is this a come to Jesus moment where it's like, okay, I got caught, even though I thought it was deleted, I learned that nothing is deleted. But again, like you said, if this was 10 years ago, one thing.
Oh my God, Texas Rangers fan opening up with James Lott Jr. Now you're doing Candice's job.
Yes, good job, you guys. Coming soon in October. Open up with James Lott Jr. A special 5-day event where different people, different friends of James comes on here, and James just opens up. We're gonna talk. Wait. I'm pitching this idea, James. Hold on. Each day we're going to have a topic. So it's going to be Monday, the introduction of James Lott Jr. So we're going to talk about his childhood. We're going to start with his parents, his family. We're going to get, and then on Tuesday, we're going to talk about the challenges of James Lott Jr. because there's been many challenges in James Lott Jr.'s life, including like his rise to fame, Bell's palsy, relationships here and there. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about the media, how the media, how did James become such a media titan? How did we get from James to James Lott Jr. of JLJ Media? Thursday, we're going to talk about friendships, friendships that have come and gone. Because, Lord, there's been some that has gone. And we're going to talk about how he's learned from that. And then Friday, we're just doing a celebration of James. We're just gonna have some people.
No, I'm totally tuning in. Like, it's not. They're all right. They're totally tuning in. I'm like, that's not happening. And she just good.
And that's gonna be that's gonna be the tester, you guys. And then like months later, we're gonna have open up with James Lott Jr. I'm gonna be on here. I'll talk about myself. It's just gonna be one episode. And then we're gonna have Flupo and then Anthony Anderson. And then we're going to have James. This could be a really good. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Texas Ranger, for that one.
They're all Candice. I was like, Candice been with this show for years. No, Candice comes up with stuff really quick.
I do. I really do. That's not even a joke.
I think I have ideas.
I came up. I would like to take credit for something though. Plant life. Your plant.
Yeah,
your plant show.
A lot beneath the soil. Out of.
Yep, was the late night chats on Instagram. Yep.
Sure.
Thank you.
Guys, people have asked me about this. I might bring back the Talk Out James for a week.
Oh Lord, what time?
It's 10 o'clock at night. So folks, people said he missed it so much. And I'm like, I'm usually in bed by then, but I'm thinking everybody's been asking me. Everybody's been asking for last
Can you do it? Can you do it on a Friday and a Saturday? Like for some of us who have to work.
No, I'm gonna do it for a week.
Oh Lord.
I can't come back Saturday.
Okay. But I'm just saying, I'm keeping this in mind. Open up with James Lott Jr. coming soon.
Susan Russo, Candice hijacking JLJ Media. It's just all the time. Johnny Hayden, Candice spoken into existence. Nothing's happened until I said something. There's no existence.
Watch this. Chat room. Press 1 if you want to see Open Up with James Lott Jr. this year. Okay?
guys are nosy ass people. You just want to know my business. That's what's going on here. You know,
well, don't you say? But think about it. This could actually be like one of those shows where it can help somebody, James.
Well,
Because
let me say something. On my
Patreon, yes. By the way,
I have my series. It's a lot for James Lott Jr. And
bingo.
And it's 15 minutes. I tell a story from my life.
Okay, but guess what? We're gonna make sure they open up with because again, all right, we can switch it over to Patreon.
They're pressing 1 already. Okay. Janaea says 1. Megan Crows is 1. It's computer pressing 1.
And make sure you guys, okay, and here's another thing. I'm just taking over the show. Make sure that you like and subscribe, JLJ Media, and like the like button for this episode, okay? How many?
19 people watching, we have 10.
Okay, you guys, like, tell a friend, tell them that Candice is on. I finally showed up. You guys was wondering when I was coming on, so I'm here now. But also, if we get to 21 Patreon members, James will release a song and lip sync for you guys.
She's all, I enjoy learning about James during his shows. I'm like, she's just like, no, I enjoy learning about James because I open up during my shows all the time.
You do, but this would be exclusive.
That's why she said that. Ooh,
okay, but it's also going to be an exclusive because also you're going to have after James, it's going to be like, you know, Anthony Anderson, and you know, who else can we get?
Who's going to tell their business?
Tony.
He might.
Yeah, Tony. You know, even Tammy.
I wonder if she would open up.
See, I'm gonna write that down.
There's ones, and there's one. And one person was like, "No, I like that. Thank you, Susan. I drop things live all the time."
Susan, would you want to be a guest on the show?
Susan's a longtime fan. She's a longtime.
Yeah. Fan. I mean, we can even get. I mean, think about this. You could probably. I mean, even though you already talked to Eric Braden and everything, and to Michelle Stafford, like you can even get some. Like, let's get deep with them.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing. So, who is trying to spam my thing here? I'm like, oh my god, undo. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to.
The spammer wants to get into this and open up deep.
Yeah, I'm just like, you are just like open up deep. I'm like,
open up deep with James Lott Jr.
Oh my god. I'm like, who are these people?
Wait a minute. It's either open up deep with James Lott Jr. or get deep with James Lott Jr.
They're all, I'll do it. Oh my god.
See?
It's just, you see what
let me see. What would be a good title? Get deep with James Lott Jr. or open up deep with James Lott. I think get deep with James Lott Jr. would sound great.
I'm not participating.
You have to. You're James Lott Jr.
They're all laughing.
Okay, well, we could do get deep with, and there will be the fill in the guests.
You just cut me out of this. Texas Radio says, I don't know why you saying that. What does that mean?
I didn't. I gave you your credit for that, and I said you should come on. Texas Rangers, you should be the first. Okay, I'll tell you what.
They're saying get deep. They're saying get
deep. Okay, get deep with James Lott Jr. And Texas Ranger, you gave me the idea. I'm just putting it out there. We're gonna do this together. You can be executive producer. I can be executive producer. James, well, technically we are creating the show too. So you know, just saying.
So someone says go deep with James.
Okay, so go or get. Which one you guys think? Get deep or go deep?
One says get, one says go.
All right. You know what? For the test show, we're gonna do get deep with James Lott Jr. No. Yeah. Okay. All right. So get deep with James Lott Jr. Texas Ranger. We're gonna get together on Twitter. We're gonna figure out the schedule. And James, we'll get the recording session and everything. This is actually
this guy David Halsall can't be on the podcast naked. I promise I won't leave a happy ending on the camera lens. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
That'd be a late night show.
I just thought about the title. I just thought about the title for that. But anyway,
Now Mel says, "Go and get deep" sounds like a grinder handle.
And that's what I thought for the late night show.
Johnny Hayes like, "Get deep with JLJ," hosted by Candice Mack. Susan's all, James got where he is doing it his way.
And I did it my way.
That's right, my own way. That's right. I take suggestions here and there, though.
I know. Okay, but back to Okay, so I didn't mean to take over your show. I'm sorry. My bad.
Right. We're gonna end soon because I've been on too long. I gotta make dinner. So, but no, I mean the original part is just that fans be crazy, cuckoo crazy. Let's do a wrap up. Fans be cuckoo crazy. Fans, this person's trying again to get in here. Oh my god.
Fans are cuckoo crazy, but they're passionate about the genre, though.
Oh my god. They are. High user on this channel. Okay, they're really trying. People are trying to get in this chat room. It's just so weird.
Yeah.
Where would a good restaurant be by the forum to grab by after wrestling show? Oh, okay, my friend asked me. I'm telling Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
There you go.
I'm telling Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Which is going to sponsor
while I do this.
Okay, I'll talk. So you guys, hope you guys are having a great day. Does it feel like it's a Monday to you guys? Because it doesn't to me. All the soaps. Okay, I'm just going to say it. The countdown to the daytime Emmys is on. And in case you didn't check out the daytime Emmy nomination show on JLJ Media, you need to look at it because it was some strong opinions. I still stick with what I said about who's going to win Best Drama Series. I know some of you guys are now saying General Hospital. Some of you guys are saying Days of Our Lives. Y'all would love for Beyond Salem to win, but I'm going to say Young and the Restless is going to pull it and win this one. So that's just me. But make sure you guys check out JLJ Media's daytime Emmy nomination. And the day after the daytime Emmys, we'll see if we're right. I'm right. I'm going to win this. I don't know what the prize is for this, but I'm going to win this.
Oh, my boyfriend Matt Mandis, he came on late.
Matt!
Mandis is here. So
Mandis!
show your award to Matt.
Matt, look what I got. It's not from the Cracker Jack box.
We got hers. We're showing ours off.
Can you see me?
I see you.
I see you. I see Wendy and Susan. Romper room.
So yes. So yeah, Matt, we've been on for over an hour, so I have to make some dinner. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
We're on the ground.
Matt, I finally came on. Thank you to your support.
Yeah, Matt sent you kisses. He's all yay. He's saying yay to you. Yeah, no. So Candice is ISA award winner, like I am. So our friends are getting their awards in the mail. So
yeah,
they're posting online. We're all very happy. They told me that the new entry season starts July.
Yeah.
So I will be submitting some more stuff from my show. So I'm gonna go through the whole process and figure all that out in July. So that's been happening. But it's a nice to have an award or two. Nice to have an award. It's
shade.
It's always cooler in the shade.
It's okay. You know why? Because I have child care teacher award, and you know that
you take care of kids. I'm like, ooh.
I mean, hey, as we all now know, it's not an easy job. But
no, it's not. You win for that every day, and it's getting more and more dangerous these days. So we need to work on that too. That's all I'll say about that.
I gotta say, when you have another show, I'm going to really go off and say something. Now, I may not say nothing about soaps, but I will say something about teaching.
Yes. Now, Candice Mack, it's your turn to promote yourself and all your projects. So please go right ahead, girl.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me on Daytime today on JLJ Media. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to JLJ Media and all his fine content. 2, you guys can catch me every Sunday on Soap Party 411 as we head into our 9th anniversary to talk about all things soaps. You also can find me every other Thursday on Take 2 Radio on Blog Talk Radio, where we talk about all things soaps and also interview. And actually, it's funny because one of the judges, and I did not know this, we just interviewed, which was Dee Pfeiffer.
Oh, yeah, Dee Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I love her. Oh, my gosh, I love her. I got a girl crush on her. And, of course, you can catch me on the email. which is, going to be the #1 show on JLJ Media because the amazing cast is not just because I'm on there, but the cast is amazing. It's a great cast and whatnot. And of course, the show that we want this award for, which is already in their 3rd season. If you haven't checked it out, you're missing a lot. Forever and a Day, which is currently on Anchor and all streaming services. And it's about to get juicy. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. And if you're a fan of, and I'm just gonna say it, of Beth Ellis, Frank DeCopolis, Darrell Anthony, Brett Lawrence, Quinn, hi Quinn. I know you're probably gonna watch this later. Hi Quinn, right here. Elizabeth, Kalia, Christina, who's also on the email and some other shows. Ben Bryant, Lauren B. Martin. Let's see who else. There's some. I mean, wait, hold on. No, I can't just say that like that. We have the Janelle Allen, like legend. Like she needs to be protected at all costs.
I agree. I totally agree.
Like seriously, like dreams come true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally agree.
But literally, Forever and a Day, check it out. And thank you to everybody who's been supporting us. James, thank you for supporting us from day one. And to everybody else, dreams do come true. It can happen to you if you work really hard and don't give up. Don't quit because you're too legit to quit.
Okay, you're done. I'm James Lott Jr. and you can follow me where all James Lott Jr.'s are on James Lott Jr. social media platforms. Daytime Today is also on every single platform for every single platform, social media. We are also on every audio streaming service platform. If you want to listen to us, and you guys do listen to us, so thank you so much for listening. All you podcast listeners, we love you guys. And of course, the granddaddy of them all, JLJ Media, is on YouTube. There's a whole playlist for Daytime Today. You can go listen to them, to mine and to theirs. Theirs are still up, and there are folks who are actually listening to your shows. You're listening to them, so just go ahead and go through the whole thing and just binge watch, binge listen.
There you go.